test. There's a delay. It's cool.
All right.
Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Over there? Oh, here we go. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the soulogyfest 2023, Houston, Texas. Yeah. All right.
Turn that away
From you? Or the monitor? All right. Oh, that's better. Oh, hell yeah. All right. Let's start over. Okay. So if you're not familiar with soulogy, soulogy is like a box of Cracker Jacks. You never know what you're going to get. We have no schedule. We are going to have our featured speakers, Kristen Vamberset from Norway, Joe Delaney, many other people, some children, some of these women, these incredible women that, like Becky Rice, so many that make up this community. It's like 85%. It's like the empty space in an atom. It's some other goddess energy, right? So yeah, we're just gonna have a little preview. We don't know what we're gonna do. We might invite some of you up here if you'd like to come up here and share a little bit. If not, then we'll make sure that you do it on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Okay? But we're gonna see Lucy come up here, who just went through, as many of us have, a loved one transitioning, and still we carry on, and still we know that I am soul means something. We're not just worm dirt, and if we are, let's just go ahead and act like we are souls. Because how do we know if the difference in it all is what we believe or not, right? It's all about us, our sovereignty, our freedom to express. Thank you all for coming tonight. It's going to be a hell of a weekend. Many of the sensitives are picking up on it. The land is holy. There's transformation taking place throughout this world and in this spot tonight. This is not a coincidence. There are many stories that lead to this point. We're not conscious of them all, but we will be. DJ, give me a beat. Dr. Joe is in the house. Liverpool, England, think of that. Soulogy is about showing up with what you have. Not having any expectations, being devoted to that crazy, still, small voice within us all that brought us to this point. That's who we are, what we are, and what we're a part of. So this weekend, I'm going to tell you that we're all closing a chapter out. It's ending with 2023, and it's beginning with 2024. That's the truth. My journey is the same, Soulogy's journey is the same. You will not see Soulogy as you've seen it before after this month. So let's close it out with reverence for all that we've been through, all the shadows that we've worked through, all the projections, all the doubts, angst. It's all dying. We hold it in highest reverence. Higher vibrations is in the house. So let me tell you something. This is the soulogy energy. When you have a group, an entire group, as we've seen over the years, expand from this common place where we all have this one thing in common, right? And they have an entire group that have made this festival really happen in a way that it could only happen organically, an organic unfoldment of friendships, connections, and devotion, right? And a lot of fun, and a lot of podcasts. All right. So I wrote a little something 3 or 4 nights ago in my favorite place. And this was after I had this experience with the 13 grandmothers that said, hey, you need to be who you are and don't be shy about it. Because you cannot cloud an open heart. And they told me, be yourself as you always have been, so other people will be. So there's a lot of stuff going on in our lives. We need time to spend with ourselves. It's very important. 1, 2, 3 hours a day, and I do it every night in the bayou at a place called McFinn's, sometimes, and sometimes both. But it's very important to me. It's where I go unwind and I write words. And I want to share them with you because I feel like it speaks to all of us. It's called My Pieces Peace. Pieces find their place here when it's just me in my presence and space. When things fold into one. It is my grace. It's where I go to write the great love song. It's where I go to reflect on kings and queens. What is it becoming if not beauty in the making? What is love if not transparently seeking? Unveiling crystals beneath the skin, the spirit flesh. Our voices are speaking colors and rays. Have another look in the magic mirror. I see another shade of her. Wait, it's me. How can it be? I love her. She's me. I love me. I'm her. When she looks at me that way, I melt into him and her. When I look that way at her, she melts into her and him. Original innocence, rebirth and transcendence now. It's making soul sense, life is making sense. Let's shine in this unwinding. And admit we're finding ourselves. Waiting's a waste of life, an old paradigm. Creating's the most ancient rhyme. Now we're all gathering here with our friends. This is the newest beginning of the endless ends. We're all God as God sends. Come on down to Soul Street, where all the people meet, where no one has to be discreet, 'cause we're all bare ass naked in the flesh. All right, I'm gonna bring up Willow Love here, who has a tremendous talent. She started with Soulogy in 2014. We made some records together, and she's amazing, amazing poetress, amazing goddess, amazing friend, and we used to know her as Lady Love. We got another mic? Is it good?
Check.
You gotta plug it in? Huh? Test. Is that reverb too high?
I'll work on that. Actually, it's unplugged.
Test.
It's not cordless.
Not cordless.
Where is it?
It's right here. It's this one.
There you go. So we're going to be getting together like at, I think people will start accumulating like at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. There are people here on site, so if you want to come by and hang out and break bread, you're welcome to do that.
Check, 1.
But I think, is that you? You're good. You're good.
Hello.
Go ahead and walk
Check.
up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Stay back behind the speaker.
Right here?
Yeah.
Is this good?
Yeah. Stay right there. There you go.
Ooh, I like this.
So we'll probably run from like 4 o'clock to 10 officially, and then hang out here and make music and see who wants to give a testimony, come up and do some light language, come up and talk about what they're doing, or anything you want to tell us about yourself or express it to us about you. And we'll go for however long you want to, you know. There's so many, what's so cool about Soulogy over the years is anytime we have any type of gathering, there's always people that just found us and people that we've known for a long time. Like Jana and Constantine, Diane Richards from way back, right? And so many other people. Sandra from DC, McKellis. We just met her like in the last year. And so many people in the back row there. Jackie just met and just very recently, you know, Stacy. So it's a pleasure to be here, and let's rock and roll. Let's do something.
Let's do
You
this.
got something for us? How about that song you did last night?
That's like a cappella.
Well,
You want me to throw that down? This feels
you could.
echoey.
You all right? Listen. Yeah, you could just
How's
start it
that?
out, and he might back you up on it.
Actually, come use his mic.
What's that?
Use his mic.
Hello? That's better. Okay. Up to the mountain? Is that what you're loving? Okay. All right. Todd really likes this one. It's by Patty Griffin, and it was written for Martin Luther King Jr., and it's called Up to the Mountain. Like this? Okay. Eat it. Oh, welcome to this Jubilee! Woo! Where everything finds balance, where sharing is caring, where we're equal in love, when we're equal in everything, but we're unique and different in love and all the things. But most importantly, we are soul. I went up to the mountain because you asked me to. Up over the clouds to where the sky was blue. I could see all around me, everywhere. I could see all around me, everywhere. Sometimes I feel like it's never nothing but tired, but I'll be working till the day I retire. Sometimes I lay me down. What more can I do? But then I go on again because you asked me to. The peaceful valley up over the mountain. The peaceful valley, so few come to know. I may never get there ever in this lifetime, but sooner or later it's there I will go. Thank you so much. Huh? You got funky? You got something funky. I did for a second. Don't be live. We're live. We gotta keep them secrets. Telling my business live. We gotta get it so funky. Do you think, does this feel like it? Are we getting closer? Anybody's welcome to dance, anybody's welcome to sing. Ooh, 'cause we are soul. This is my soul. I like to get funky, 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 funky. I like to get funky, 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 funky. Not too funky. Sometimes it's like too funky, and that shit ain't for me. But I like to get funky. I'm soul, you are soul, don't you know? are so. Yeah.
Universe is round time, eternal present moment. Keep loving ourselves, holy and whole. Keep trusting ourselves, holy and holy. Living's ourselves, opening to discovery. Love's the last door left open and the first to welcome you back. Truth, reality, speaking verities, infinity, divinity, diamond blues, Trinity, Xfinity, impossible possibilities, inverted matrices, triple golden nexus. Life's reflections deserve a closer inspection. It's the human being a new human being. Past lives and channelings, transmissions, golden oldies, living's ground 0 point unfolding, feeling spirit anointing in the flesh, in our visions and in our quest. We are the keys of life, boots on the ground. We are the trees of life, roots in the ground. Eternity speaking through the sounds. New universal lifestyle showing us I am soul, you are soul, and soul is the mother goddess.
Wow, you're gonna pass the mic right there. Your daughter. Thank you, Papa. Woo. That father energy has been so nice. I am so grateful
Lady Love. Would anybody like to come up here and, yeah, she's a real thing. She's a real thing. Yeah. Isabel, would you like to come up here? Huh? No? Let's shift gears.
I'll just say that I love everybody, but that's about it.
Oh, you do want to come up? Hang on, let's get this. Wait, stay right here. You good? Huh? Is it? I think it's here. All right. It's over here.
Okay. Is Gabriel not here?
You're good. You're good. Yeah. Next up is Constantine. Let's bring somebody up here. Does anybody want to, yeah, Pamela, Higher Vibrations? I think you need to come up here. There's many people out there in these communities doing awesome work, and what I've noticed over the years, like with Pamela, Vanita, who you'll meet from Chi-Town, so many others that are delivering consistently, Kristen Vamaset, there's many, many others, Joe Delaney, that are consistently out there, putting their heart out there, putting their shadow out there, putting their reality out there, and really speaking to people with an open heart. So it's not so much the words, but the energy that they're transmitting that's very contagious, and it's a pleasure for me to know Pamela and her beautiful daughter, Maddie. We've had experiences telepathically, intuitively, and this is a big part of why we're all here, is because of higher vibrations. So I just want to recognize you and say, great job, big props on behalf of the Mother Goddess. I love you, and I appreciate you, and I know many others do. So if you would like to sing now, it's up to you. You want to say a few words, or yeah, maybe a poem?
I'm actually not sure how far away to hold this microphone. Good morning, everyone. I'm Higher Vibrations, and so are you. It's so amazing. Closer? Get a little bit closer. Okay. Anyway, hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming out. You know, it's been so amazing to get to connect with all the energy of everybody here. This is really weird for me to hold this thing. I don't know. You know, I know that we don't always realize what we're doing when we connect with one another. You know, we just are pulled. I'm breaking the microphone. And then we just naturally find that we're drawn in like a magnetic way. You know, and sometimes it's the eyes, sometimes it's the energy of the heart, sometimes it's just, you don't even know the person's there, and you just feel better. You feel relieved of the non-self aspects. And I've got to feel that over and over and over again tonight, meeting and connecting with each one of you. You know, and there's something to say about the way that the children feel so safe and so able to be themselves. And just watching them play and watching Maddie come up and dance and express the song, the love that was coming. You know, this is what community is about. That's why we do this, is so we can know that we're not alone. You know, how many of us have spent so many years thinking we were the only one that felt like this, you know, and that every point of everything ends and begins with love, you know, and there's many of us like this. And to see the connections and the way, like, so many stories so far already. How many people struggle to get here, but you're here. Like, I was talking to Stacy, and she's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know if I'm coming. Like, you know, like, every one of them. I go down the list. Lita, she called me at 5:28 a.m. and said, my flight leaves at 6, and I'm in the airport, or the parking lot at the airport. We'll see what happens. You know, and she had to run too. Like, everybody has something. There's this story of, like, choice points that have come to this moment. Are you sure you're ready for the awakening? Are you sure? Then, you know, this is another checkpoint. Are you sure? And I know that this community is one of the most joyful experiences I've got to have. However, that's just the frosting. That's not even the point. We're actually here to beckon in the new earth by healing this land, bringing her into alignment and allowing her to be seen too. Because she is you. She is us. And reconnecting in this way and realizing every single one of you is me, you know, we're all the same loving, thriving being of light. You know, and there's that inner knowing that until you're here and you feel it, you don't know it's really real. So I'm just honored and I can't believe we're here. You know, and to see everybody that I've been connecting with for so long being here in the physical. There's a theory that we came up with, but we were closing timelines, imploding or bringing in and converging multi-reality, multi-universes from these timeline spectrums that we're coming from, you know, from whatever time zone you come from. I felt that experience when I was on the airplane. It felt very much like we weren't really flying. You know what I mean? Like we were moving energy someplace. And we're bringing it here so it can all be drawn into a collective loving consciousness that you all are already. We're drawn by like magnets. There's no effort. And that's the last thing too, is that all things that are in alignment, we find that they're easy to do. When we just turn that logic part off that's like the naysayer and follow your heart. What does your heart say? We belong here. We belong together. And to the next journey that we're going to. You know, and I am so honored and blessed. I actually didn't know how to handle this microphone, but it's working out okay now. Thank you. I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to say. But I can say that it's surreal. And when it's surreal, it's becoming real. And that's just how it always works. When things don't feel real, it's because you're in the new timeline, the new choice points. And I choose this. So thank you all for being here, and thank you for listening to me ramble. I love you all. Thank you.
Let's be sure and take up a collection to get her some shoes. Would anyone like to come up here and say a few words? We're going to be doing this all weekend. Anybody feel like moved to just come up here and share a little something? And if not, I have something else in mind. That would be Dr. Joe Delaney. We're telepathic. How did you know? This man, I've done 4,400 episodes of Soul Speaks 5D, and this man I've done more episodes with than anybody. And we've had a long, cantankerous relationship. We've laughed at each other, bitched at each other, cried with each other, and got down with each other. And I have a tremendous amount of respect for you. And I want to say this openly. We started Soulogy Network. And there's a certain energy that to me is soulogy, which is, you could call it the Holy Spirit, you call it whatever you want. And when it's in human form and it's real, it moves me. And I saw something in Dr. Joe after we started the network in March and we broke away from social media that really struck me, and I just want to say that publicly to you. He's not only funny, he's so large with his personality that you can overlook his genius and his devotion and his connectivity to the universe. So it's one of the great pleasures for me in the last couple of years for you to come over here and for the energy you bring to Soulogy. In my eyes, you are Soulogy, and I just want to say thank you, and I love you. Thank God I feel sorry for his wife, but here it's some.
Todd, thanks very much, mate, and it's lovely to see everybody. I'm normally a bit shy at these events, but Todd said something before about the magic mirror, you know, and I'd just like to tell a story that I heard quite some time back about be careful what you pray for and make sure it's very specific. Because this takes me back to Victorian times and a story in London, true story this, where a man went into an antique shop and he said to the bloke in the antique shop, he said, "How much is this Shaylong here?" You know, that's like a posh name for like a sofa. And the fella said, "That's 100 guineas, sir." And he said, "No, not for me." And he said, "Well, how much is this beautiful chair?" And he said, "That's also 100 guineas, sir." He said, "No, it's not for me." He said, "What about that mirror over there?" And he said, "That's 5,000 guineas, sir." And the bloke was taken aback. And he said, "How come it's so expensive?" And the man says, "Because it's a magic mirror. And you get one wish, but it will come true." So the bloke paid his 5,000 guineas. He took the mirror home, and he carefully worked out what he wanted. And he stood in front of the mirror with no clothes on. True story. And he said, "Magic mirror on the wall." It's a man thing, this, by the way. "Magic mirror on the wall," he said. "Make my watch sit touch the floor." Because men want that, you know. And his legs dropped off. Anyway, be careful what you pray for. Well, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. And to be honest with you, I never thought I was going to make it. Because 2 days before coming, I was overwhelmed with the worst headache I've ever had in my life. And I just felt absolutely horrendous, you know. And it took me all my effort to get to the airport, and I felt like hell on the plane, you know. But I'm staying with Kate at the moment, so basically, as I just got to her house, she just threw me in the room and said, "You rest up," you know. So it took me about 24 hours just to sort of come back to myself. But it is a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be associated with Soulogy and the Soulogy network. And I don't know how it works. You know, people say to me, "How does it work?" And I haven't got a clue most of the time. What I tend to do is, and this is true, I stick my hand on my heart in the morning, and I get a feeling like a connection comes in, and I just say, "What do you want me to do today?" And I get a sense of, "We'll give you a shout if we need you," you know. And this is true, and I've done that for the last 33 years of my life. And my life's turned around, it's transformed miraculously, because it's taken me from being homeless and sleeping on a park bench, oh God, I'm getting all emotional, to be able to come here, you know, to meet all people from all over the place, you know. And I know most of you love me, I know that, I can just tell, you know. And that's fantastic to me. So I honestly believe that each individual's path is already crafted. And what we do on a daily basis is we just uncover a bit more of the story. So it's not really to me about creating it, because it's already created. It's just about uncovering the next step of the journey with its happiness and its challenges and all those sorts of things. And I think what it's about more than anything else is something called self-mastery. It's to find out who you really are, what inner strengths you have, what gifts, what abilities you have. And it's about applying those really to help not only yourself and those people close to you, but also to work together with others to make the world a better place. You know. So I didn't know I was going to say all that, but that's the way it sort of works really. Just open your gob and see what comes out. You know. But what I intend to do over the next couple of days is I'm hopefully going to bring a bit of neuroscience to the woo-woo that is zoology. You know what I mean? And it will be really about mindful breathing, mindfulness. And what I found throughout my studies is that the way that we breathe, the quantity and the quality of our breathing is intimately and intricately connected to the way our heart works. And the way our heart works is intimately and intricately connected to the way our brains work. So if we really want to change anything from the depth, we've got to use our heart first to inform our head to make healthier choices. So that's what this weekend session will be about is how can we get better information? How can we take action on that information? And just how do we trust the process really? So I feel like I'm already in lecturing mode, but as I say, I feel quite serious tonight, which is unusual for me, but maybe it's because I feel so shit, you know, but I was thinking on the way, you know, the ego's still there. I don't think somebody told me your ego will die half an hour after you do, and I thought, well, that's handy, you know. But I think I was coming over thinking, Christ, if you see that I'm ill, they'll think I don't know what I'm talking about and stuff like that, you know. And I was trying all this healing technique, you know, sending myself love and sort of bringing it back from the mirror and stuff like this, and it didn't work, you know. So, you know, I wouldn't believe everything that I say, you know, but it's worked quite well up to now. But on that note, I'd just like to say I love Todd very much. He's like my brother that I've known for a long time, you know. And it's lovely to see him in the flesh. He's far more handsome in the flesh than he is on the But having said that, I have got an appointment with the opticians on the way when I go back home. And it's also nice to meet Ty as well. So on that note, hopefully I'll see you over the weekend. And what I'm going to try and do as well is just show people some simple massage techniques, particularly to do with the head, neck and shoulder area. So it can create a bit more space for the heart to express itself. So that's what I'm going to talk about. And I'm also going to bring a piece of equipment where I'll stick it on somebody's ear and it shows the way the heart works and how you breathe. It will show you actually how you can have a more coherent and efficient way to use the heart to change the head. So change the way the heart works to change the way the head works. So thanks very much for listening, everybody, and it's a real pleasure to be with you all. Thank you.
All right. Let's mix it up. A little beat. What's that? All right. Thank you, Dr. Joe. We're going to get pretty much everybody up here this weekend to talk. Dr. Joe came from Liverpool. Kristen came from Oslo, Norway. I'm going to... And her twin next to her came from England. If you don't know her, you will know her before the weekend's over. We're going to get her up here. Susan Bornston from Canada, Vancouver, I believe. Mama. 'Cause, 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 'cause Yeah, so we want to get to know everybody. Everybody has something to offer. This 71-year-old young, divine feminine from Michigan drove here by herself. She has like 170,000 people on her page. And it's all... Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I went to hug her the other night. She was laying down in her car and she wouldn't get out. I thought I stunk or something. I found out later she had no pants on. We have Monica Ramirez here from the Rio Grande Valley in South Texas. She's going to put a bunch of her paintings out here. This is something that I look at her work and you can see the originality of it. You can see her soul signature, and all of her paintings are different, but they carry this light frequency. And I love the contribution she's made to Soulogy Network. She's very, very dedicated and very serious about what she does, both within the network and without it. So again, we're going to get to meet everybody, even those of you, who think that you might not be coming up here. You will be at some point. You good? Okay. Better? Yeah? We turn this off? All right. Wait a minute. There's a bunch of stuff falling over. I don't think you want me to keep going. Hopefully we can get a good ballroom dance vibe, because Kristen also is an accomplished ballroom dancer. Some of you might have seen her videos recently. It's pretty strong stuff. Kate Lumley, Utopia. She's going to set up over here behind this container, I believe, tomorrow. And who knows what she's going to bring out. Kate's vivacious. She's got a big heart. She never stops trying. Ernestine Day. Everyone know Ernestine? I mean, Ernestine, we watched her grow for 3.5, 4 years. It's incredible. Watching her community grow like thousands a week. The soulful guitarist. All right. Okay. Timing. Test. I'm good. Ooh. The one thing that I'm getting from my team, which is me, from the universe, which is me, is to be ourselves and go for it. Even if you make a mistake. This is a land of no mistakes. You just keep going with it. This one's called Pressureless. Time and space, all the seasons blended. There's a reason to the rhyme of life. Shifting gears to a higher ground. Shadows all revealing lost identities. In a crowded space. Come on, Izzy. We still can shine. Yeah. I love us for what we breathe and be. Sometimes you just have to put up the words and start to make them up. Isn't that what we're doing here? Yeah. We've been through the darkest shadows and the coldest night. But now we know this is how we find our life. Yeah. Come on, Izzy. It's a universal stream. Triple golden light beams came to find all free.
Navigation of this creation. Said the navigation of this, you and our creation.
Big props to the master, Ty Hutton. the power behind the sound of Soulogy. If you haven't had something to eat back there, make sure you get some before we leave. This isn't going to be a long night. We're going to end just a few minutes, but we wanted to have a little meet and greet, and so people can kind of get their feet wet and get ready for the next 3 days. I'd like to have one other person come up here. I have someone in mind. Let's play the telepathic game again, and maybe they'll figure it out. Anyone? Oh. Oh, we had a bunch coming. Well, we'll have plenty of time, but you know where I was going. Oh, you don't?
My dad did tell me that he has something he wants to be said before the weekend is over and that I should say it.
Okay. No, you don't want to say it now? Right in the middle. For those of you who don't know Susan, her father and her and their family had a very extraordinary life that she's come out and talked about for the last few years. And he transitioned years ago, but he is her chief guide, and she has many. So he has a message for us that evidently she's going to share with us in the middle of the festival. So if you'd like to come up, we got another one.
I just want to say thank you all for coming here, and I love you so much.
Okay. Monica Ramirez. Do you have your, what is it? Oh, would you like to do, is that your Spanish poetry? Yeah, okay. How about some Spanish poetry?
Thank you, Todd, for your invitation. And before I read the poetry, I want to say some words. In this trip of zoology, I learned about surrendering. I thought I knew about surrendering, but in reality, this was a big proof for me. To what point I surrender to the Spirit, to what point I really have faith in whatever you want to call it, God, source, universe, it doesn't matter. Because I honestly did not have the money to come. Even if I live 5 hours away, I did not have the money. And I just heard my guides, don't worry, everything is going to be fine. Just pack your things, do your things, and trust that you're going to go. And I like to have everything planned, and every single trip that I do, I plan everything. But this time I didn't. And they forced me to do it exactly in that way. And when I spoke with Todd a few days ago, he told me that everybody were doing the same thing. And it's like, oh my God, this is actually a collective that is doing that. And money came. And finally I'm here, and this is, it was very difficult in a way to let go the control about the outcome and just surrender. And I want to read this poetry. Yes, it's in Spanish. I can translate it later because the translation simultaneously doesn't go well. So, tardó en levantarse, tardó en levantar el vuelo, tardó en resurgir de las llamas que ardían su cuerpo entero. Pero su espíritu gritaba, basta, basta, basta. Levantó un vuelo tan alto como el cielo. Tocó el sol, la luna, las estrellas y un lucero. Sintió la libertad que estuvo acogida tanto tiempo. En su interior solo ardía el temor de fracasar como en la experiencia anterior, el temor de vivir con plenitud, el temor de vivir feliz con exactitud. Pero un día decidió abrir la jaula, volar tan alto y soltar las cadenas que tanto le habían hecho retener, su libertad interior y su expresión. Exprésate, ave fénix, ya que te hiciste libre. No vuelvas a dar el poder a nadie, de ponerte cadenas a tu ser, en tu interior o en tu corazón. De las alas que te han llevado tan alto como tu corazón y tu ilusión, tocando tu interior. Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias, mi hermana. All right, Kristen Vanderset's coming up next. She doesn't have a choice. But let's meet her. She came all the way from Oslo, Norway, and we started working together a few years ago. And I've watched her start from nothing, like so many others, like Pamela and a few others, Danielle, Wilk, Monica. I remember when you started your podcast. But yeah, she's really blossomed, and she's a dear friend of mine. So thank you for coming, and let's get to know you.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Really
close.
speaking out to the
microphone.
Hi everyone. I'm really honored to be here.
Thank you for having me. It's my first time in the US. And I haven't said hello to all of you guys yet, but quite some of you have told me that you're afraid of coming up talking, or I don't know if I'm going to say something. And I will say that this guy right here, he has his own way of opening the way for people. So just trust that. I started my YouTube channel 3 months before my first show with Todd. And when I started my channel, that was because I'm a trans channeler, and I got told so many times that now you really get to get these messages out. And I was so resistant. So I started my channel thinking I hope people won't watch this, because I was so scared. And then Todd, just a couple of months later, told me, hey, why don't you come on a show? And the night before I didn't sleep. I was so afraid. A year later, it was on another show with Todd, and I didn't sleep. And we had done quite some shows, so I wasn't nervous about that. But I knew there was something new going to happen. That was the first time I did a trans channel live. And now, it's you who has invited me to the US, my first time here. So I'm really grateful for you. And this summer, I think it was a couple of months before you announced the soulogyfest. My guides came in and they told me to pay attention to the dates of Todd's birthday, which is this Saturday, so we're celebrating your birthday the whole weekend. Yeah, and the things I will be talking about here this weekend is about the human and the different sides of the human. So it's both the presence. Is this me doing something weird? Close to me. The presence and the allowance. Whether we want to see that as a still point or the constantly moving point. And then there's the grounding and the anchoring, which I think in a lot of the spiritual community is not paid too much attention to. Because we have to be embodied. The only way to experience whatever or to expand is through this physical body. So I want to get us really deep into the body. Then I also want us to get connected with the energy and take that part of the human, and also connecting with the creativity and the expression, which is really the life force energy. Because all of that is what makes us the human. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Some of these people that you work with, you have these incredible connections with. Like I talked about with Dr. Joe, Kate, Cindy Fink over here, who's in the mink coat. But these connections are real, and the intuition, the telepathy is real, and don't underestimate the power of one unique and equal soul, especially your own. We'll be back about 2 o'clock tomorrow for a sound check, and we'll go as long as y'all want to. And it's not just about music, it's about expression of the soul. And so we're looking forward to what Dr. Joe has to say. Kristen, they're going to be up here every day. Kate's going to be doing something great back here, and she's also going to be up here. Everyone's going to be up here unless, other than Constantine. He's the only one that's not going to be up here. He's made that very clear. I'm not messing with him. But yeah, we look forward to getting to know everybody and everyone else that comes. We look forward to hearing about Amanda, living on 3 acres in Blanco, Texas, with a 5-year-old that sees the rainbow world. We're looking forward to talking to Maddie, 9 years old, and some of the intel that she brings in, that her mother shares. So this is about the children, this is about the mothers, this is about the soul, this is about the masculine, this is about the whole kit and caboodle. We're taking this year out in style, and we're going to bring in the New Year's. So thank you so much for coming tonight, and feel free to hang out as long as you want. We're going to unload, and you can come and go as you please. That gate's open all night, okay? And there's food back there, don't forget, and tea and coffee, and water.